This is Forward Thinking, the vlog series from the Global Freight Group that explores all things global logistics by speaking to leaders around the world. In this edition of Forward Thinking, we're going to be talking to David Mack from Eastrong International Shipping. David's going to be telling us about how he got into the industry, the right way to partner up in East Asia and Asia as a whole, and what his views are for the future of the logistics industry. So if you're ready, let's move the conversation forward. So David, welcome to the vlog. And can you start by telling me who you are and what your business is?
Thank you, Ed, for inviting me into this interview today. Myself is David Mack on behalf of Eastrong International Logistics Group. Insofar, we have more than 20 years in the market, and we set up not only in the major port of China, but also we have established in the Southeast Asia, 10 locations, 5 countries, beside also Taiwan and Korea and Dubai.
Let's talk about how you and Eastrong became members of the Global Freight Group. Could you tell me a little bit about how you became a member and why?
Of course, we are excited about become the member of an organization like Global Freight Group, because we treasure the group value. Is not because of sizable, is not because of the color, is not because of the be impressed by a name. We treasure the inside value. Actually, we are also SME, small and medium size of enterprise. We know that we may not be up and running by overnight, but we need to find the correct direction. And we move with synergy and strategy with the right person. Even though the right person may not be superstar, but we can give them support, lead them to be getting better. So we have more talent to be around with us. We can have more possibility and opportunity to grow.
Do you think that joining the Global Freight Group has given you and your business and your people more opportunities to do business?
We are very positive and confident to think in this way, because during the last 2 meetings we have in Dubai and also Barcelona this year and last year, we feel we are getting quite natural and also steady growth with our image and also our good understanding with the member. Actually, we are not dreamed to be come everything good enough by overnight, but it will give us a chance to start from the first year and carry on in the second year, and we're looking forward to be better in the next year. So that's what we want, just like so many of the others organization. We are definitely to be with good enough patient and also good enough confident to move forward along the line with GFG as we chosen after we're waiting for 10 years.
You were waiting for 10 years to become a member of
Well,
GFG.
that's 10 years. I'm not exactly 10 year or 8 years, but more or less we have been in line for waiting, because in those days we don't have such a widespread setup in the Asia Pacific, but we had only China and Hong Kong, and afterward in the last 1 decade we are decided to going aboard from mainland to outside of China, such like Taiwan, such like Korea, such like Dubai, and we have already 10 offices in 5 countries in the Asian country like Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and Thailand. So
that gives you I think that gives you a unique insight into that geography and into what's happening in that region, whether it's South Southeast Asia, across the whole of the Far East, really. Um, what do you guys at Eastrong see as the biggest challenges and the biggest opportunities for other members looking to trade in and around those areas working with you? What do you think the big opportunities and challenges might be?
The challenge and opportunity to working with our team in Southeast Asia, especially right now, we are really up and running to open up not only in the capital city, just like Thailand, we are open up in the South Thailand, in a city called Soha. Soha is one of the industry city, so it will give substantial amount of opportunity for us to working close with those supply chains. In Malaysia, we also have Johor, Peru, and also the Penang beside the Kuala Lumpur. So in Vietnam, we also have our setup in the Hanoi beside the Ho Chi Minh. So only Jakarta we are just set up in the 1 year, and we're going to open up in the Samarang in next year very soon. The reason is we're not just trying to put our name over there. We really want to serve in a good way for our supporter in order to be good enough to reciprocate what they're giving us a chance.
And with such a disparate and spread out market and network, and so many small countries and landlocked countries and water, countries on the water as well, the operation that East Strong has, can you tell me a bit about, is it trucks and land and shipping, or how do you manage all of that, and what sort of operation do you have in place as a business?
That's very important from our point of view that beside the international part, the first 1 mile and the last 1 mile, same important. Because nowadays we're already in the uh, 2023. Very soon we'll be 24, 25. So we are consider the supply chain is really not in the one part of international. There's so many in consider of the first and the last 1 mile as well. So how we can pick and choose the hub? That is what we are always thinking, by air cargo or by uh, sea transport, even though by the railroad transport or by landline transportation. We consider what is the benefit in total consideration
Hmm.
on our customers' perspective.
And I think this is the really important part of making the global freight group work effectively. It's representatives and members like yourself looking after that last mile or first mile for the other member, and taking that responsibility to make sure that a joint job, a job that you're working on together, is of the utmost quality at the beginning, the middle, and the end. So I think I I remember talking to many of the members in Barcelona, and that's the most important thing for them. They want to know that if they partner, the job gets done right every single time. So it's a really important part. Have you have you been working? I know you said you're just starting with the Global Freight Group and you're patient and it takes time. But I think I heard that you're working with Lee, and you've also had some other good conversations. Can you tell us a little bit about the conversations and the things you've done so far with other members?
Yeah, we have a great opportunity to working with Lee and also with Leo in Thailand. That we are helping uh, this corporation not only on the existing business what the members sell or our sell to be on day to day. We're trying to lobby some extraordinary uh, market share, especially those common perspective that we are not just waiting the business to come. So when we understand more and more about GFG member from each and every unique location and also good country, that we want to strengthening our understanding about the market, about what the member can bring us into the better place in line of the same way what we're doing, that while we are already established, we also want the member itself can be considered to give us a trust, to give us a trial, so we can bring them to our market where we are already set up in familiar with the local intelligence.
Mm.
That is
And I think that's the important part, that sharing of information and that sharing of trust is a really
mm,
big part of what makes the
mm,
GFG so popular.
mm,
The fact that there's only one representative on the whole from each region, and the hope that those regions combine together to create better logistics solutions for customers around the world. That's the whole point. What do you think makes a really good logistics partner? What are the qualities that you think make a good partner in this business?
uh, I think from my uh, point of view, the global standard, it is become uncountable value. While we are, everyone have a differences, because we are all in our different market situation, and we come from all different direction.
Mm.
So if we can really in line of one global standard, we try to help each other to be more or less come across into the same common target, to train our team, to train our colleague in line of every strategic location we are going to work with. That will help.
And if I was a member of the GFG and I thought, I'm really interested, I want to know more about Malaysia, I want to understand the Far East, how could they reach out to you? How could they start a conversation with you? What would you do? Are they welcome to contact you? How would that work?
Of course, definitely. We are very treasure the opportunity to communicate with uh, anyone and everyone. When we know that our business is service orientated, so most of the time that we don't know who is the customers, who
Mm.
is the leader. Sometimes we, even though we learn from the customers, because in supply chain there's so many interactive. Sometimes the customer can influence ourselves
Mm-hmm.
to the level we never even think about it, because we have a strong initiative. So we have to find a way to value add our customers. So that's why it gives us a chance to strong ourselves.
And I think what you were saying about um, one clear approach that everyone understands, that consistency, that everyone does things the same way. The reason that's so important is that I, as a customer buying global freight, what I'm able to do is get a consistent service and understand what I'm buying. And that's going to help everybody, isn't it? So the future's a big question in the freight industry. There's lots of different things that are happening in the world, technology, the evolution of digital supply chains. There's many different factors. What do you and Eastrong see as the big opportunities, or what do you think will happen in the future?
We accept the change, we adopt the change. We find ourselves will not be only working alone. For example, we want to be getting our customer accept ourselves not only as a service provider, but we can also become their significant value add uh, colleague and member into their very successfully supply chain uh, development program. Even though when we work with some project owner, we want to become also part of their team, that
Yeah.
we are willing to be in their organization. So that is what I think, in a way, if we have the chance become a member of GFG, we not only consider Eastrong can do that, we also want GFG member can do that all together with our GFG member in a
Yeah.
way that we will not be in the 226 country like what the United Nations record, but we can do as much as we can within our GFG member.
Excellent. And as a business, can I ask you about how you're investing in the future as a business? So you also told me that you've got feet on the ground in many of those places. So you have local relationships in places where many businesses just won't go. They're not putting their businesses there. So we've got an understanding of that, but can you tell me a bit about how your business is investing in terms of perhaps technology, infrastructure? Are there things that you can see that you need to do in the future to improve? Is there technology that you're onboarding? How do you see that aspect of your business's development?
Thank you. I definitely not only focus into uh, pricing issue. We are more and more to focus on the opportunity we can develop on our customers' uh, side, because different customers, they will also need to be optimize their supply chain every year, even though not only in 1 year's one time, when they are need to be uh, integrated to be the new version, to be the new level, we need to follow what the customers they need.
Mm.
For example, I went to Mediterranean. I met the client in Beirut just 6 months ago. I fly all the way to Beirut and have a meeting with them. And what they want from myself to bring back to my company to support them, that's important, because the changes is not from myself, from ourselves. We need to understand our customers. We understand the trade wind. If our customers they are become one of the leading supply chains in their field, in the industry, that is a chance to be invited. First of all, I need to understand. Then I will bring back to my company to tailor make what level of implementation.
And
Yeah,
when you're looking to understand that, is that about understanding supply chain managers, people in charge of supply chain for multinational organizations? Are these the people that are shaping how your business needs to respond? Or are there other influencers in the market?
of course, most of the project manager, supply chain manager will be uh, at least more than half, more than 50%, giving the inferential into ourselves to
Mm,
drive in which direction to mix and match with the demand. But also remaining some of the other percentage beside the supply chain manager or project manager, they might also can let us to be understood what we need to do in a way of the corporate development.
okay.
If we will uh, get a chance to be value add to themselves, that means we have a good chance to be part of their supply chain. And that is what exactly I want to say. Because nowadays, it's not just only the price driven. I don't say the price is not important, but not the only important thing. especially right after the pandemic situation in
Mm.
the last 2 years. How to value add your counterpart.
I think that's we hear that more and more in across industries, but supply chain especially, where reliability, trusting the service, finding unique solutions to get around challenges. These are the things that people are most interested in. And so it's not just price that now does the business, it's all of those things combined. And working with great partners with feet on the ground in different regions is the only way you're going to do that. So if I have to transport my goods up a river in Vietnam, I need to speak to someone who has feet on the ground to be able to do that. And that's where members like yourself are so very important. So that makes a lot of sense. So, David, thank you for joining me today. It's been a great conversation. Now, how can other members, or indeed other people that watch this vlog, find out more about your business?
Absolutely, Ed. Both my Malaysian colleague in the Johor Bahru, Penang, and Kuala Lumpur are complete readiness with warm welcome. In touch with myself and also our general manager Michael Lu and also Jack and also Sabasi. We have well developed and well trained colleague to serve everyone. So definitely we treasure the opportunity to communicate and discuss and cooperate with each other. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you for talking to me today, and I'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Ed.
So that's it from this edition of Forward Thinking, the vlog series from the Global Freight Group. Join me next time when we'll be talking to other members from around the world to get their perspective on where next for global logistics. Make sure you subscribe below so you never miss an episode of Forward Thinking, and we'll see you again soon. If you want to develop your freight business, head over to the Global Freight Group's website today and join the family.